I have posted in a while honestly, so I am here to just make a video with some of my unpopular Black Swan opinions. I already know I am going to be bragged because let's be real, Black Swan fans fight each other on the daily over the smallest things. So, chill out and here are my opinions. I am a fan of the group, so I do not need to be called a hater, thanks. Opinion 1. Sometimes, in the nicest way possible, fatou needs to stop spoiling us with things that will never end up coming out. I understand we don't get anything from fuck-ass DR entertainment, but the way she was constantly on Twitter Spaces and just yapping a tiny bit too much. This leads to my next opinion that we are not fatou's friends and fatou is feeding into the parasocial relationship a bit too much. It is kind of giving the vibes of that boy group member from only one of. But essentially a long-time Leon, Jamie, has claimed to have some sort of friendship or friendship-like relationship with KB. Jamie is well known for crossing boundaries with the members, treating fan calls and events like therapy sessions. I really feel like we should be avoiding that completely. She is an idol and no one from bigger groups would be messaging their fans on Twitter. That's messy behavior. If she wanna message fans, she should be using that silly B-Live app or B-Stage or whatever it was called. She's a K-pop idol, not an influencer. It's kind of cringy. My next opinion is currently at how the group is right now. I do not see the point of the group at all. I do not blame people leaving the fandom because what are we truly waiting for besides Kpop like? The hype to the new comeback is so dead that if they went radio silence for a few months, everyone will think they disbanded, like what are we doing? I honestly think DR is just using Black Swan for whatever scheme they are doing because. What type of Kpop group is this? Groups that are more nugu than Black Swan are outperforming them. At the time where nugas are because massively viral, like what? What is this group doing? Nothing at all. We are tired, do fucking something. The next opinion is that in songs, I feel like DR only push fatou and nvee in the title tracks and songs. I feel like they forget that Gabi is in this group because honestly, she should have been pushed. We had Roll Up how many months ago? Get this damn girl on some shows because she is the beauty standard and her personality is so lovable that Korean individuals would fall for her. Like we don't want those incel simps, but Lumina don't buy albums for shit, so we might as well get some. Lumina are all talk half the time anyways. The fanbase is passionate, but also delusional about their impact. You guys act like they're A-list when they're still struggling to chart. Passion is great, but is it bordering on delusion? Like slightly. But anyways. How bloody often do we even see Gabi? Not at all basically. And I know they aren't training for shit because what the fuck are they doing? And don't say Kpop, it was filmed months ago. Gabi and Sriya have such good vocals that should be trained and pushed. You barely hear these two in songs unless it's the B-sides, which, let's be real, only Lumina listen to. My next opinion is that basically, I made a video about if Black Swan should switch companies and now tons of Lumina want them to, but, quite frankly, I feel like it's not worth it. They're so far into their career that would any company see it as worth it? No, not at all. Their sales are basically not there, their content doesn't have a consistent view count and they're labeled by non-fans as the joke group that are funny but aren't worth standing because the music isn't good and they don't put out music. They're not worth investing in, especially because when you look up Black Swan, all you see is the problems they have been in, and quite frankly that's the only reason they are popular. You would fatou everywhere on YouTube Shorts with over 300k views just because she talked about Kiss of Life and everyone was rooting for her, but they don't wanna stand the group. All it did was bring more fandoms to hate on us. You then saw people mentioning fatou's name all over the place to B.M because he decided it was funny to say the N-word, like what did she have to do with this? The only time Black Swan is relevant is because fatou is black and because DR doesn't give these girls media training, she will run her mouth. She might be speaking facts but she makes the group look like fools in everyone's business and loving problems. Like Black Swan look dumb on TikTok lives. If they were in a mid-size company would they really do that? No. There's no formula with them, just a bunch of friends living in Korea that sometimes make music like it's embarrassing. And what's more embarrassing is Lumina will spread these videos around and basically give them ego, for what? You then complain and think you're so cool when fandoms jump you all and start being racist. Then you play the boy who cried wolf. Like give it up already. You guys look as dumb as DR. You cannot be mad that all the Lumina who spent the most money on these girls left and now Lumina can't even fund the ads for the girls. This fandom is sometimes the most annoying and laziest fandom ever, but it's not gonna last long honestly because I kinda feel like firstly, DR will just release a new group and secondly and hopefully another company debuts a group like Black Swan and show DR how to do it.